Welcome to Crib Reactions. We are back with another reaction slash review video. We're going to break down Disney Plus's Obi-Wan Kenobi miniseries. How you feeling?
I know y'all been waiting on it. Y'all heard our stunning announcements on what? The Book of Boba Fett? What was it
Oh
before?
yeah, you loved our reaction videos to the Book of Boba Fett.
Exactly. And you know, my knowledge on Star Wars is getting better and better and better. I feel like
The young Padawan is learning.
I can be better. I'm better than Obi-Wan.
I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So
It's
I'm
okay.
kind of
It's
like
okay, young Padawan.
I'm a little bit above mid tier.
It's okay. You still a brown belt.
That's
You'll get that. You get that soon,
I
young
don't.
Jedi.
The Jedi don't have brown belts, but if they did, you would have definitely had one.
Listen here. You think you funny?
But we're gonna react to Star Wars series breakdown of Obi-Wan Episode 1, and then we're gonna jump around in that, and then we'll do Episode 2. So let's check it out. We'll go ahead and jump because I think he's talking about his videos, and then he jumps into it.
Recap of the prequels, which I really enjoyed. It ended with Yoda's line to Obi-Wan at the end of Revenge of the Sith, where he tells Kenobi that he has training for him on Tatooine, to teach him to commune with his old master Qui-Gon Jinn. So I think for sure that we're going to see or hear Qui-Gon Jinn's Force
Is that Qui-Gon Jinn?
once
Yeah,
again
Liam
at
Neeson.
some point in Kenobi. Now my thoughts are that Obi-Wan will have to be extremely tested and defeated, either
Check
by
out
Vader
Star
or
Wars
someone
Theory.
else,
We'll have his
sometime
link
in the show, maybe later on, episode
in
4
the
or
description.
5, and then he finally hears Qui-Gon's voice and gets that bit of a Rocky montage and starts to really be able to feel his Force abilities again. So of course, once we finally start the episode, we begin on...
So I want to stop it there. Before you watched this, though, did you understand, like in the timeline, where this was occurring?
I mean, this had what once. This was right before they killed. No, this is no. I know I'm tripping. I remember this is right when Darth Vader fell in the lava and had his arm and his leg cut off, and they turned him to a rope. They turned him to Darth Vader. So
Yeah,
this is like that in
10
between
years.
time.
This is 10 years after that, and 10 years before A New Hope, which is the original Star Wars.
See, I told you, man. I got this, man.
Doing pretty good. I'm
Big boss in these
surprised,
streets,
young
man.
grasshopper.
Stop playing. I told you, Obi-Wan, I'm coming for your spot. I want that lightsaber.
You could want your own saber. I don't know. I don't know why you want his saber, but
I'm a saber collector.
we heard that about you. But let's continue here.
Coruscant, which was
And
such a beautiful...
We're gonna make this a relaxed review, nothing too serious. I might skip around on this video because we don't need to listen to everything, but we're gonna give you our general skip around and then give you our 1 through 10 rating because that's the easiest way to rate things.
sight to see finally. This was at the Jedi Temple, where the younglings are being trained by a Jedi Master.
Oh, I will tell you what, when the younglings got lit up at the very beginning of the episode in the flashback, and that was right after the shooting, I was like, dang, I wasn't
expecting that so
surprised
fast.
that maybe they're like, we're going to push this back like at least 2 weeks. I'm surprised that they just let it go. Were you surprised?
The fact that you just blow up kids in the first 2 minutes of an episode.
This was Theory's favorite part. He always talks about when Anakin comes in and sabers all the children's.
You know, we have to have it. We really
You gotta
have
have a talk with him.
We have to really have a talk with the director of why he keeps abusing these kids during this whole series. All this kid abusing.
As two 501st
Oh, this
clones
kid
rush
abusing.
in to execute Order 66. As she, the Jedi, does her best
Okay,
to
we know
protect
what
the
happened
younglings.
here. She
Order
gets
66, as we see the
shaved.
little
They
younglings
shaved
running
her.
away
They saved her.
while the camera rises above and we see the temple.
Yeah, so we know that basically they saved her, and that they thought one of the younglings
Did
was
she like
Reva.
come an imperialist or something like that?
You know Reva, the
Yeah.
Inquisitor girl.
Mhm.
They thought
Inquisitors.
they thought that the one of the young girls was her.
Mm.
So yeah, they thought that she might have been a Padawan, a youngling.
And this is when he goes to
Oh yeah, this is whenever they check out the bar and she throws the knife at him.
You know, she's so aggressive. Like the fact that like she wants Obi-Wan so bad. I wonder what he did to her to make her want him this bad.
Yeah, gonna blow up her planet.
Is that the Jedi planet?
I think he was talking about Alderaan. Let's see what he's saying.
Totalitarianism as we
Oh,
think they
same.
do in the original trilogy. I think we're
How
heading
brutal they
that
were,
way,
like
but
blowing
there's
up planets
still
and
a
killing
little bit
people.
of ground to be made. The Jedi gets away, and the Grand Inquisitor tells Reva, calling her third sister, that he's had enough of her reckless behavior and her
Enough of
fixation
you.
on Kenobi, that he's not
Told you.
hers to
I'm gonna put it on mute because there's an ad coming up.
It's
so
like
don't pay
she
attention to
wants
the
him,
ad.
like she wants him so bad, like she's willing to just throw away everything just for Obi.
Oh yeah, and it's like that's what I don't understand. It's like, why does she want Obi so bad? Like, please make it make sense. How does she know that Anakin was? Look, it's paused. Like she's turning into him. I'm coming.
That's what she wants.
That's what she wants to be. She wants all her limbs cut off too. She wants to try the high ground.
You know, this is crazy. I mean, hopefully, like, we gonna see. Press play.
Yeah. I muted it so we could keep talking. Let me put us back in the corner. But yeah, we know this is like, oh, in this part, you know, where they said that she has could read her mind powers,
Mm-hmm.
and that you know, she was like, you might have Jedi at your farm. I'm like, why didn't she just read his mind? She would have known that Kenobi was right there, and then Shone would have been over. Oh, I like the part where he steals the steak
Why does he keep stealing steak like every?
because he's hungry. He's a hungry boy. He wants the hungry Jack.
Hungry Jack.
But I liked his little camp, and I really liked his hang out with the Jawas. Let's see what he's saying.
ship. Now, this to me looks like a Lambda T4A Imperial shuttle, and it's of course for Luke. When Tika shows him
Oh yeah. Oh, let me go back a second. So that right there,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that was a toy that he left for Luke that Uncle Owen threw at his feet. That's the one that Luke had in his room that he was flying around in the original show. So it's like, did he get it back to him? Did he fix it and give it back to him? Because it looks like he has it, unless he eventually got his own. But that's a little Easter egg for you. But let's keep it going.
when Tika shows him a belt of the Jedi that we just saw, telling Obi-Wan that a Jedi ran through the Dune Sea, Inquisitors after him and everything. Obi-Wan says the Jedi are all extinct. Now, of course, Obi-Wan knows that there are maybe a few surviving Jedi, but he's really playing.
Yeah, I really like the Jawa. Anytime the Jawas are on screen, I'm down.
Mm-hmm. So wait, so what happened to all the Jedi?
They all got hunted down.
All of his apprentice Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, after Order 66, all the clone troopers turned on the Jedi. Like a handful of Jedi got away because they were, out doing missions and maybe didn't have a whole lot of troops with them, so they didn't get taken down. But their numbers got dwindled to 2%.
So does this happen? But this happens before the Book of Boba Fett. 'Cause I remember in the Book of Boba Fett, they talked about
the book of Boba Fett is because this is in between the prequels and the original trilogy. The Obi-Wan is between the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy, and then Book of Boba is like I forget 5 or 10 years right after the original trilogy. So it's all the way down the line. It's it's in between the time before the sequels, which everyone hated because everyone hates Rey.
And this is the one
Thumbs
part,
up the
and
video
this is the
if you
part I
hate
remember
Rey.
right here. This is the Return of the Jedi right here, the movie
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, that's when he got all his limbs cut off. And they're gonna strike you down in the comments for that one.
They know I'm learning, man. They know I'm still learning.
Let's keep going.
Skywalker, which he doesn't know is still alive. So now at least Obi-Wan knows that a Jedi is here and the Inquisitors are.
Yeah, let's skip through because they're talking about where he's having the flashbacks. Having more flashbacks.
Yeah, the two,
Oh, he
like,
got
the
to
two
get the
sabers.
sabers.
People will see and they may notify the Empire, and then it's game
Oh, this part right here is
So
crazy.
Obi-Wan watches over
Yeah.
Luke, and we just sort of get a rundown of his daily activities. Cut some sashimi at his job.
We know
watch
that he
over
likes the
Luke,
meat.
feed his Eope. Everything turning into the hopeful Alec Guinness version of Obi-Wan
get
that we
this
see
ad out of
later
here.
in Episode 4. Because obviously this Obi-Wan is completely different than the one we see later on.
He was
who
just
says,
so.
Hello there.
He was just
On
so
Alderaan,
like
we
he
meet
was
with
just
Leia.
so
This
a
is the
shell
best
of himself, so
casting
much
a
of a
young
shell of
lady that I've
himself.
ever
Because
seen, and I think she
He was
nailed
weak.
the
He
role.
he
I
had
think she played
cut
it
himself
very
off from the
well,
Force.
and she portrays Leia's
The kid Leia
rebellious,
was, I
know-it-all
think she's a pretty good
personality while
actress.
being very
She's
cute
pretty
and
funny.
She was
adorable
adorable.
at the same time.
she should be
You would
a
adopt
she would be a
her.
childhood
She runs
star.
off
I
into
can
the
see it
Force to
now.
explore.
Oh, this is where
Owen
Uncle
doesn't
Owen
like
throws it in
Obi-Wan
his
for many
face.
reasons. Now, a few of them are, Well, one, he blames Kenobi for the fall of Anakin and turn into Darth Vader, and the overall state of the galaxy. He also doesn't like how Obi-Wan is always watching over Luke. He thinks it'll eventually tip someone off and it'll get them hurt because of Obi-Wan snooping around and keeping watch.
Just checking out what's going on.
Because he feels that Obi-Wan is really just using Luke in order to push him into whatever he wants.
He's
him
like,
to
you
do,
already
which is to be a
failed.
Jedi and, well, fight the Sith.
But I thought that was funny that he threw it in his face. He's like, you're going to take care of him.
Just like you did. What's it called?
Just like you trained his father. Look at that guy proposing. What a bum. I'm just kidding. But yeah, this is when he's when he's talking trash to him. He's like, we don't want your toys around here.
And that, of course, didn't turn out very well. The Inquisitors enter the scene, and Reva speaks about
remember
how the
she
Jedi
cuts off that
abandoned
girl's
them
hand?
and betrayed them. She's really angry.
That's when they walk through. That's when they walk through the town and start torturing everybody.
Yeah.
In this scenario, because he obviously is commanding her and telling her what to do. It seems like she's really speaking to herself in this scene. How the Jedi abandoned them and betrayed them. She's talking to the people, but really, it's like she's talking to herself.
Was she a
So the
Jedi before?
Obviously abandoned her.
Yeah,
and
they thought that
betrayed
she was a
her.
Padawan,
How
remember?
she thinks this, I don't know. And
The
what her
initial
problem
scene with the Clone
Obi-Wan
Wars.
is, I don't really know.
Or
but
that
it tells
Order
me that
66 where all
Kenobi
the
did
clones
something to
started
her
all
that
killing
made
all
her
the
feel
Jedi. She was in the Jedi
She
Temple.
obviously has pain, and she's
Everyone
blind by
thinks
her
that she
loss
was one of the little
someone.
kids, but we don't
She
know for
picks
sure.
on Owen. She interrogates him and asks him if he's hiding a Jedi on his farm.
See,
He declines, of course.
this
and
is
she
what I
asks
said.
why
Like, she should have just
believe him.
used her
So
mind
this
reading
confused
powers.
me, since her powers and abilities are to read people's minds.
Exactly.
So if she just did that to Owen, she'd look around and see Kenobi right there. She'd know he's around. She'd know Owen is involved with Kenobi and has Luke at his hut. So anyways, the third sister pulls her lightsaber on
She
Owen
pulled it
and
out
gets
on him.
pulled off by the fifth brother.
What would you do
who
if
calls
a
her
girl
too impulsive.
pulled
In
out her
the
saber
gathering
on
where we
you?
see C-3PO. So we know that Bale took the protocol
I mean,
droid
you gotta-
with him. If you remember in
nothing you
episode
can't
3 at the very
There's
end,
no doubt.
he tells Wedge Antilles that the droids are in his care
Assume the-
to now
assume the-
clean them.
assume the position,
I know a lot of
son.
people thought that maybe he's giving them to Wedge, but I think he was just saying they're in your
And that's the
care to
dad.
clean
Yep.
them and
He's
wipe
cool.
the protocol droid's mind. So C-3PO's mind
Bail
has been
Organa.
wiped, however R2-D2's has not. Now, as to where R2 is, well, no one knows at this point, but he's probably with them too.
That's the biggest
Leia is picked on
disappointment.
by her cousin,
Where's
and we see
R2?
her use her powers in the
Oh, we can
Force,
skip past
at least
this.
in my opinion.
She tells
Yeah,
off
she-
her little cousin.
Yeah, and that's what what powers does she have? Because like she's really grown for her age. Like does she read minds?
She has powers in the Force, so she can kind of like sense things or kind of, I guess, read people's thoughts a little bit and kind of get the full picture.
Because she stay reading people.
Yeah, she does.
He would do what he had to do in order to save Leia, which eventually, of course, he comes to his senses. But
yeah.
I have something to say about that too, and we'll get to that in a sec. So Obi-Wan goes out into the desert, digs up his and Anakin's
Yeah,
lightsaber,
he got his
which
sabers.
we
I
can
thought it
now
was
see
cool.
has been modified. Now, I wish it wasn't. I would have liked to have seen Obi-Wan tinker with it in this show, and to see why he did this, as we don't really know the real reason. He leaves Tatooine, and as he
Why'd you
boards the
modify
ship,
your
his
saber?
beautiful Jedi lightsaber is seen hanging from his belt. Okay, so this I have mixed feelings about. He can't leave Tatooine. He is ordered to watch Luke by Master Yoda. This breaks canon.
Yeah, so this
Then
was like
again,
a
of course,
quick
show about Obi-Wan cutting
episode. Like, as you can see, he started off, we had the flashback. We had them coming to the town and getting him. We had us seeing Leia, and then her getting stolen. They got them.
We got him
And then
trying
him
to.
getting the saber because Bale comes and sees him. And then he's just talking about it. But what did you rate the first episode?
Out of 1 out of 10, I give it like a solid 8. It was like 8.2 the first episode. I really liked the first episode. It shocked me at the first because of the first scene, and then what was it else? And then the girl, she was just this. This is when like she got kidnapped. Did he find her yet? On this episode, or was the next episode?
No, this was him just accepting the mission.
He hasn't found her yet. This is horrible.
Yeah, he just got his sabers and accepted the mission. So, I rated this episode definitely like a 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool that he was saving the meat. He was sneaking the meat. Sometimes he got to... No, I'm kidding, but
And then and then I kept. The funny part wasn't funny. Like I kept wondering why they kept saying like we don't gotta find the Jedi. The Jedi will find themselves.
yeah. And then so I rated 9 out of 10. What do you rate it? What did you say?
So an 8.2.
8.2. All right. And then we jump into episode 2. And we'll
Hey
jump
everyone,
around
welcome
too.
to the second episode of Kenobi. Here's the breakdown. We got a lot to talk about, so let's jump right into it. And of course, at the end, I'll give you my review of the episode and what I really thought. This is a crime-ridden world where secrets are kept. Kind of like what happens on Dayu.
Oh, sorry, I
stays
had
on
that a little
Dayu.
loud.
So upon landing, Obi-Wan speaks to Qui-Gon Jinn, but of course gets nothing back. Asking for guidance as a clone trooper can be seen begging for
Oh, that was
credits.
cool when they
Now,
had the
this
clone trooper.
is a 501st trooper.
He
This was
looks
one of the
all,
clones
beat to
fighting at
crap.
the Jedi Temple with Anakin.
That's
later
how
called
Boba
Vader's
Fett
fist.
looks, because
It
Boba was a
became
clone too.
obsolete to the
But he was an
Emperor, as
unaltered
Palpatine
clone.
didn't care anymore for
Because the
soldiers
clones
who could
age super
fight,
fast.
but rather he cared
So
about
that way they
sheer
could be
size
soldiers
of his
quicker.
army,
But Boba
which
was
is
an
why
unaltered
he
clone,
was
so he
conscripting
grew at a
anyone to
regular rate.
enlist in becoming a stormtrooper. He doesn't recognize Obi-Wan, most likely because he's drunk.
He did look
doesn't
out of
really
there.
seem to be all there.
Yeah. It's funny that they got Tamora Morrison to basically come back just to play. He has to play all the clones. And then, that's perfect just for an ad. But he has to play all the clones. And then he has to play Boba Fett. So, like, he has a
He
bunch
plays
of
all those
roles.
roles.
Yeah. Because it's all the same guy. They're all based off of Jango Fett. Oh, look, this is where he gets the drugs.
And she was like, everybody that get kidnapped and brought here, they never escape.
They never escape. Let's see what he said.
That, full of crime, scum, and villainy. She offers him different spice, Kessel, Glitterstim, or Felucian. Now, Felucia is the planet that we saw in Revenge of the Sith, where Aayla Secura fell to the
That was
clones
a cool
obeying
planet.
Order 66.
It was like a
She
super
hands
plant world.
Obi-Wan a bottle of spice on the house and leaves. This will come
And
in
he
handy
snorts
later.
it in the
As he
alleyway.
follows the boy who scams him to the fake Jedi.
That
Obi-Wan
fake Jedi
discovers
dude
the
was
little
cool.
operation
Yeah, it was
being
funny. He was
pulled on
using
people
magnetics
as
just
Haja,
to
the
trick
fake
everybody.
Magnetics?
pretends to
Magnetic.
mind trick
Remember he
pilots
had the
at the
magnets.
gate for
Yeah.
credits. It's all a big smoke and mirrors scam. There's magnets involved.
See?
And Kenobi exposes him. So long story short, Haja agrees to help Obi-Wan find Leia as he guides him
But
to
yeah,
his
he was
next
pretty cool.
path.
I thought he was
We get a
funny,
bit
and
of
the
a
little kid
Breaking
was funny
Bad
with him, his
scene
little
as
partner.
Spice and such are being created.
He
in
looked
this
like Breaking
lab
Bad right
where
here.
Obi-Wan causes a chemical reaction.
Yeah, the spice lab.
creating a distraction and leaves through another door.
Remember, that's
Now, this
where he
part was
goes
kinda
through
funny
and then
because
he
he's
fights
approached by
the,
a Zabrak and a man. Now, of
the
course,
horn
Zabrak
dudes.
is the same species that Darth Maul is. So Obi-Wan coming face to face with another, Darth Maul species was interesting. He fights them, and we get a bit of a Johnny Lawrence Cobra Kai moment as he's
Oh my
super
God.
rusty
Cobra
fighting
Clutch.
in hand-to-hand combat. or
Even
with an
Kenobi
infant.
knows
Still not
the
using
Cobra
his force
Clutch.
powers, but finally beats them. Now, the guys who took Leia find Obi-Wan there, and they hold him at blaster point. They were waiting for him. This was all a trap set up by them, ordered by Reva. Now, they recognize
seems
that
like she
Obi-Wan's
just knows
a
too
man
much.
now. Quite
How does
astonished
she
that the
figure
Jedi
everything
can
out?
even bleed.
Put
They
down
take
in the
his
comments
lightsaber
below.
and
Do you
Obi-Wan
support
throws the
Reva or
bowl
do you
of
hate her?
spice that the
What
girl
team are
earlier
you
gave
on?
him on the streets.
Team Reva?
He takes his
Reva?
lightsaber back, gets out of there, and rescues the apprehensive Leia, who eventually trusts him. Reva finds
She
the
never
drug
trusts him.
takers and sets out to find Kenobi when
Yeah. I don't know. What do you rate Reva as a villain? Because I like the Grand Inquisitor. I think he's pretty cool. His head is shaped weird. He should have more of an elongated head. He has kind of a chicken nugget head. But then you have Reva here that's like trying to
Reva's
take...
a ish, and she's bad. She takes nothing from nobody. She also gonna get the job done.
That's just because you date girls like Reva. Little bossy ladies. You said, better get in line before I zap you with the saber. You want to get zapped?
Yes, mama.
I didn't expect that. You better. I'm gonna put this clip. I'm gonna clip this, and I'm gonna send this to Reva, the actress.
Oh man, and also y'all still stop sending my girl Reva so much hate mail. It's just a show.
Yeah, send the writers hate mail because the writing is garbage. And this dude's pretty good. Was it the fifth brother?
I want to see what he does. See what kind of strength he has. See if he
she
fights
was only
anybody.
solidified
Yeah, let's see
because
what
of
he's
her
saying.
abilities, but all the powers in the world won't mask her true identity of being a former Jedi. Now, the abilities I think he's referring to are simply
he thinks
her
that she's a former
ability
Jedi.
to mind probe, to basically find out whatever someone is thinking or their memories, or what they're hiding.
Well,
So
she
they fight
should
over
have done on
Kenobi and
Owen.
who's going to take him in, and we see how little respect
She picks
has
and chooses when she
for
wants to
all
rape
of her
people's minds. I
leaders
mean,
in
great
command.
people's
She
minds.
never does what she's told. She's
Never.
entitled and extremely abrasive. So she orders a bounty hunter on Kenobi by every bounty hunter on the
That's
planet,
funny.
sending a swarm towards him.
At least, like,
But
They
one
also
told her to
of them.
stand
making it
down,
very
get out of this,
public
and what
that
she do?
Obi-Wan is there.
Put a bounty
Grand
on his
Inquisitor
head.
does not
Obi-Wan
like
head.
this when he finds out. As Kenobi moves around with Leia,
I've been wanting to
cloaks,
see
we
the
a
Grand
droid
Inquisitor
that
dude
looks like
fight,
four
and then he
long.
goes out
Now,
like
this
a
was
punk.
the bounty hunter that we saw in The Empire Strikes Back. I'm not entirely sure if it's the same droid, but it certainly is the same.
No, they asked
make.
if it was the same
Leia
droid,
sees the beacon
and
with Obi-Wan's
one of the
photo.
creators
She
said it was
suspects
not.
Obi-Wan is behind all of this, and the reason she was captured.
She was
Leia
causing
runs
so
away
much
and Obi-Wan
problems. She's
seems
like,
to
show
have
your
a lot of
powers, show your
trouble
powers.
catching
If you say you
10-year-old
were a
child.
Jedi, you
This
must
is
show your
probably why we-
powers. It was horrible.
Shout out our official sponsor, non-sponsor, Twisted Tea.
You know, keeping us up late at night to do these amazing videos for you guys.
Yeah. How do you like these laid-back reviews?
I like it's actually pretty good. It's almost better than the previous Boba Fett ones we did.
Yeah, those ones are pretty good, but those ones took way too long to put together. This
Use
is
that
way
fast.
easier.
Man, and I need y'all to show appreciation. Also, you know, hit the like button, hit the comment button, hit the subscribe button. Also, I need y'all to check out our main page, Tales from the Crib, dropping every Monday, 7:30 Central Time.
Yep.
You
What
know,
did you think when he saved Leia? Like, he finally used the Force.
I would have let it hit the floor. Now I probably would have waited a little bit longer, like until her nose like touched the floor and be like, "Don't say I'm never a Jedi," and then let her go.
Let's see what theory he's talking about now.
saying that he's wanted. He helps Kenobi by
Yeah, this
allowing
was a
him to
surprise that
find
he
a
helped
way
him.
out of there, saying, "Go to the top of this place, and you'll have a ship that can get you out of here." He tries to hold Reva back, but of course she mind probes him like Kylo Ren did to Poe, and she finds out that Kenobi is
You gotta
here
watch out for
and
those
where
mind
he's
probes.
going. Obi-Wan and Leia have a moment together, and he says that she reminds him of someone. I think he's talking about Padme, her mother. Some may think it's about Satine, but I really thought it was about Padme. Reva
It's
shows
definitely
up,
Padme.
And Kenobi tells Leia to go to the ship, that he's going to be right behind her, and if he's not, then she should leave without him. So this is the part that gets interesting. Reva informs Obi-Wan that Vader is expecting him, that she's going to bring him to Vader. And Obi-Wan has a bit of a meltdown. He learns that Vader is alive. This is the first time. For 10 years, he thought that Anakin was dead. Now, you might be wondering
Oh, yeah, look at it.
how he knows Vader is
That's
Anakin.
the part I
There's the
remember.
nut boy.
In Revenge of the Sith, when Obi-Wan was looking at the security recordings of the events in the Jedi Temple
Anakin, how
during
could
Order
you?
66, he saw Anakin slaying Jedi Masters, Knights, and Padawans. He came across the final recording in front of Yoda, where he saw Palpatine in the Jedi Temple with Annie, telling Lord Vader that he has done well and to
And to check out this clothing, whatever it is.
Nah, man, but this is crazy. I mean, the second episode started off really good. You know, it's not as good as this first episode, but you know, with the way that she was acting, the little girl, Layla,
Leia.
the way Leia was acting like a little brat, she's really stole the show. Like, I really felt like that was like the main part of the episode too, was her.
Yeah, I liked the city. I liked, checking out her interacting with Kenobi. But I definitely liked episode 1 better. Episode 2 is okay, but
then maybe he can
One
talk
was
sense
definitely
into
better.
Anakin, perhaps. Maybe this will lead to the moment
See,
where
that's him when he's old.
eventually Kenobi goes to Vader and tries to turn him to the light, leading to Return of the Jedi episode 6, where Vader tells Luke, "Obi-Wan once thought as you do." Reva says Vader is alive. Anakin Skywalker is alive.
why does she get to break
Now,
that
in my
news?
opinion, she shouldn't know Anakin is Vader. Nobody does. But it seems her ability to read minds even transcends Vader's mental privacy, perhaps. That, or she saw him attacking Jedi during Order 66, and she just kept the secret to herself. But I feel like it's something that maybe Palpatine would have figured out, or Vader would have sensed that she knows.
Yeah, a lot of loose
But then
ends.
again,
They need
he
to
never
tighten
sensed,
it up.
Tarkin
Hopefully they get
or
to it in
Thrawn
episode 3.
knowing who he truly is, or at least having a good idea. Whatever the answer is,
So
if
nobody
Vader
knows,
found
so
out that she
they
does
don't know who
that
Darth
he is
Vader
Anakin
is?
Skywalker, he
A
would
lot of the
terminate her
bad
in a
guys didn't
flash.
know that.
Vader did not take that lightly. Anyone who knew that he was Anakin, even saw him without his helmet on, would be destroyed. So the Grand Inquisitor walks in and
Yeah, that's what he's saying. That anyone that knew that he was Darth Vader that he was Anakin, he killed him
I wonder why.
because he didn't want anyone to know like who he was before. He did. A lot of people thought that he died during Order 66, but they had no idea that he just turned into Darth Vader and he took everyone down.
And is really mad with Reva. He tries to claim Kenobi for himself, and so she blindsides him and impales him.
He's in
Darth
Rebels,
Maul
which
to
is after
Qui-Gon
this.
Jinn
How do you
style.
kill him? He has to
keels
come back.
over and
He can't
Kenobi
die.
runs away,
Unless he has like a
shocked
twin brother.
as he says the name Anakin, where Vader opens his eyes in pure rage, and we see his Sith red eyes, aware of Kenobi. Now, end of episode.
That was
so
just-
obviously seeing
that
Vader,
was intense.
seeing Hayden Christensen was absolutely epic. This episode was fun, but it had some moments that I just didn't like. Overall, I feel like it did a very great job at portraying Obi-Wan's resting.
I gave this one 8.5 out of 10.
I give it like a 7.7.
Reva shouldn't know who Anakin is. Also, her revealing to Kenobi that Vader
But
was alive
Reva
is
and
something that I feel
Layla-
should have been maybe
Leia.
reserved for someone else. Someone maybe a little bit more important, or perhaps someone we know a little bit
I just
better.
like, I want to know,
Or if
like,
it
how
was
many
going to be
episodes
her, it could
is
have
this going to
been
be?
a bit of a different
6.
way, maybe
I don't
not
even
so
know what they're doing
rushed
6 episodes because
or
we're almost
not
done.
by her
Yeah,
in general.
we're already
There's
4
a bit too
episodes.
much
So
entitlement on her
just so y'all
end,
know, we've
and
seen
I
episode
think
1 through
we will
4.
find out, of
As
course,
far as making
why
these
her
videos,
character was
we're
written
going to
this
break it
way.
down in 2
Clearly,
parts,
the
do episode 1 and
Inquisitors
2
are annoyed with
together,
her already,
and
so
episode 3 and
of
4
course we're
together.
going
And I
to-
wonder, would they
Now, I
find
don't
out
think
that,
the Grand Inquisitor
was it
is
Reba?
dead. There's just no
Reva,
way.
yeah.
Two
Reva
reasons.
killed, what's the
It would
name?
retcon
The Grand
Rebels, and of
Inquisitor?
course,
I wonder if they're
that's
gonna
just
find
not
that
gonna
out.
happen.
See, that's him in the
And
animated form right there.
Grand Inquisitor?
Yeah, so he's alive in the show that's later on in the time period, so he has to be alive. But I think she said that Kenobi killed him, so I think that he's going to come back and kill her and be like, it wasn't Kenobi, it was you. You
Can't trust him as far as you can throw him.
dang. But does he have
And
any
the
final
second
words?
is Powans have 2 stomachs, so he's probably just in pain a bit, but nothing a back the tank won't fix. So
He's
he'll
just
probably
talking
be
about
fine,
what he thinks
and then
about it.
he'll, come for Reva,
Shout out
maybe
Star
at the end
Wars
of the show or
Theory for
something.
making these
All in all, the
videos.
episode was
We're reacting to it. We love his videos. We'll have a link for his channel in the description. Follow our main channel, Tales from
Yes,
the Crib
please, yes.
Podcast. We'll have the link below, and so you could check that out. And then we'll have that be the top comment as well. But we review everything. We reviewed the Book of Boba Fett if you want to check that out. And we're probably going to review Andor when that comes out in a month. So we got another show, another live person show, live action show.
So please, go ahead, go back, check out our Boba Fett TV special. A whole bunch of great information. If you ain't watch it, you can watch our stuff, and then you can actually watch the TV show, and you feel like we told the exact same stuff.
But you want to hear how we feel about it. I rated it 8.5 out of 10.
The second one I give a 7.7, but the first episode was banging.
Yeah, I think I said 9 out of 10 on the first one, but that has been our reaction. We will see you in the episode 3 and 4 reaction coming soon.
Yes. Also, don't forget, click over there in our channel option. Click down to like Tales from the TFC Gaming, and also our Tales from the Crib main page. Help us out.
Click it all, like it all, comment it all.
Please.
And we'll see you on the next episode.
Let's go.